Hey guys, what's up? It's Looney TNT. So let's go ahead and talk about some DPS in 7.1.5 and where everybody is kind of at, at the moment. Now this is for, Mythic Emerald Nightmare. So obviously, when we get tier sets and when we're doing the new raid, things are going to change. But this is a good baseline to kind of see where the classes are based on damage, right? Now don't take this and be like, well, this is what it is. Not necessarily, but this is a good overlook to see where the classes are. So what we're going to do is this is the overall for, all bosses, right? Shadow Priest is at top. You probably heard a lot of hunters very upset. And the reason for it is all three hunter specs are on the bottom. That kind of sucks. Demon Hunter number 3 there. But let's go ahead and check out some bosses though. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and look at the first boss in Emerald Nightmare. Now as you can see, things kind of changed on the scale because of the different types of fights and the environments. And I'm sure a lot of you guys understand how the fights work and what they do. So as you can see here, Shadow Priest does drop, but it's still pretty competitive, and all three hunter specs are still in the bottom. So let's go to a big AoE fight here. Now Shadow Priest goes way back up. Havoc number 2, Windwalker number 3. Hunters do change a little bit here. Feral does drop down to the bottom. And this is scaled off of Mythic. This isn't scaled off of normal or heroic. This is Mythic, Mythic DPS. So you can kind of see the DPS ranges there. Affliction Warlock doing very well on this fight. Affliction's doing really well overall anyway. If you guys have been grouping with some players, Affliction is doing really well. Hunter's still pretty much at the bottom. Alright, here's just a straight up DPS check, right? Just go for it. And Assassination's doing really well. You have Rogues moving up in that, Ret Paladins. Shadow Priest still number 1. Havoc number 3, which is cool. And the Hunters just way at the bottom. Frost and Arcane at the bottom there. Fire Mage, good DPS. Still really good DPS. Let's go to Dragons here. Obviously a dot fight, right? You can really pad the meters on this one. So Shadow Priest and Affliction Warlock are going to be top. Fire Mage doing really well in this fight. Balanced Druid, so Elemental up there, which is cool to see. Beast Mastery is actually, above mid-pack, which is good to see for hunters. Let's go to scenarios here. Shadow Priest still on top there. Hunter's still on the bottom. And this last fight, this is Xavius. This is when it gets crazy. Watch the DPS here. So check out Shadow Priest. Insane, right? Now, what's funny to me is if you compare Shadow's damage to, any of the hunter specs, it's like almost doubled. Which, should that even be right for balance wise? Now, obviously, that fight, you're able to do a lot more things. You're able to, use a lot more cooldowns and, whatnot. But I don't agree with that. It's pretty insane. But let's just go all bosses to sum it up. Just on an average, this is what's going down with DPS, and these are the top DPS specs currently at the moment. Remember, this is just this is from Warcraft logs. This isn't a dead set. This is the best spec in the world, but this does represent the DPS specs very well. So just keep that in mind. Shadow Priest still number 1, and Hunters, they're complaining for a reason. Trust me, I have a Hunter, and Hunters are not doing very good. they do need some help. So we'll see what happens. Alright guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, do what you need to do. And I'll talk to you guys soon.